Hey, it's George Brown again. Welcome to another Snipers Club video, and in this video I wanted to focus on the conversions aspect of our sniper sites. Okay, so when we look at it, there are really two components to making money online, and they are traffic, so getting visitors in the first place obviously, and then actually converting those visitors into as many buyers as possible, so converting that traffic and actually making money from it. Now, the measurement that we use to tell basically how well a site is doing is the conversion rate, and that is the percentage of people that go to a site and actually buy something, that spends some money. Okay, and the average on the internet is probably around 1 to 2%. Okay, and that is the percentage of people that would arrive at a sales page and actually buy. Now, the title of this video is The Secrets of a 20% Conversion Rate. So you can see that is a pretty big jump from the average, and so we should learn some pretty cool stuff on this video and really build on what we've already learned in Google Sniper. Okay, so first of all, what I've got here is a screenshot from my ClickBank account. Now, on the very left hand side, this is over 30 days by the way. You can see the what that particular tracking ID earned for those 30 days. Then you can see I believe the average payout, and then here we can see the actual hops per order. So these are the number of times my affiliate link was clicked on average to actually create a sale. So we can see for every 4.5 people that clicked, someone bought. Okay, so that is a massive 22.2% conversion rate. And you can see that basically that means every time someone clicks my affiliate link, I earn close to $7. Okay, so that is really impressive. That's almost $7 per click, and that is using the exact pre-selling tactics I'm about to show you in this video. Now, by no means do all my sites do this well. Okay, it's a combination of many things that we're going to talk about in this video, but these are my top 3 sites. Okay, so not all of my sites achieve a conversion rate like this. That'd be absolutely insane. Okay, but anyway, let's begin. So, everyone always thinks about traffic in our industry, but the reality is that what you do with that traffic is equally as important. Okay, so if we compare it to the industry standard, of like 1 to 2%, you can multiply the money your sites make 20 times over with proper conversion tactics. Okay, so let's say you got a 20% conversion rate rather than a 1% conversion rate. You're instantly going to make 20 times more money from that site, okay, throughout the duration of the site's life. So you can see how powerful this stuff is, and some of this you might find quite boring. You know, it's kind of mental and really getting into the mind of the searcher and stuff, but it's so important. It really is. It's not just traffic, it's what you do with that traffic, and that is how you're going to make thousands upon thousands of dollars with this system. Okay, so a really good example is, why do you think product creators pay as much as $30,000 for a sale letter? Because it's worth it. Okay, if a sales letter for someone converts twice as well, then they have made twice as much money throughout the entire life of the product as if they had had a crappy sales letter. Okay, so your conversion rate is very important. It is the most important metric in internet marketing. Okay, so really pay attention to the stuff we're about to talk about. So let's just go over some basic stuff here, what your job is as an affiliate. So your job is to create trust in the merchant they're about to visit, and to also slightly increase their desire, but that's to a lesser extent. It's mainly up to, obviously they would have had the desire in the first place by searching for the keyword. So no one's going to search for, you know, how to lose weight if they're not interested in losing weight. So the main thing is to create trust. Okay, and we'll talk about this as we go on. But in order to do that, the first thing you need to get is their attention. Okay, you know, you're not going to have the chance to sell them anything or pre-sell them on anything if they're not even going to spend, you know, more than 5 seconds at your site. So that means you give value first, is the approach I use. You give the searcher what they want first, and you kind of soft sell them later. Okay, so how do we actually do all this stuff? Well, it all starts with the keyword, obviously. Okay, so I talk about the 3 W's, and these are all things everything I'm going to mention today is all things that you need to bear in mind when you're actually creating your site, writing the reviews, writing the how-tos, creating the look and feel of your site, everything like that. Okay, so thinking about the actual keyword itself, the first thing we have to consider is who. Who is your average searcher? Okay. The next is why, and that is why are they searching for that keyword? What is the problem they're looking to solve? What are they looking to find? That kind of thing. Okay. And the final one is what. What are they actually looking for? Are they looking for a review? Are they looking for a how-to? Are they looking for some social proof? Are they looking to kind of find the answer to just a question? You need to find out what they're looking for. Okay, so basically all of this depends on the actual keyword you're using, and I'm going to talk about how you can analyze it as best as possible. So first of all, let's talk about who. Who is your average visitor? Okay, how old are they? How internet savvy are they? How comfortable are they with using the internet? That's a really important one. So for example, in your review copy, for example, let's say you were targeting, an internet gaming audience. They're going to be comfortable with terms like, LOL, Lamau, things like that. Okay, whereas a woman of say 50 years old who's looking to lose some weight might not be comfortable with those terms. And so using words like LOL might actually increase your conversions with the gaming audience, because you're kind of inspiring trust by using the same language as them. You're appearing more real. It may actually decrease that if they're not so internet savvy. So you need to bear that in mind when you're creating your content. The next is obviously what sex are they? Are they male or female? What their income level is, kind of stuff like that. What their internet literacy is. If they're not very educated, then shorter reviews tend to work best. If they are, longer reviews tend to work best. These are all things you need to bear in mind. Really, you just need to use your common sense. Okay, you just need to sit down with the main keyword that you found in the keyword research phase and really think, who is this person? What are they searching for, and why are they searching for it? Okay, and if you can't be bothered to use your common sense, or you want a little extra help, here's something I always recommend to do. Okay, it's a little tool called Quantcast.com. Now, all you do to do this is you type in your main keyword into Google, okay, and you take the first site that comes up. You want to take the a keyword that's going to have a lot of search volume. So let's say your keyword was how to lose weight in 7 days. Then you might want to just type in lose weight into Google so that you get a site with lots of traffic. Then you take the first result and you just go to Quantcast.com and you just plug that in. Okay, so for this example, I've got jennycraig.com, which is a big weight loss site. You can see that it's estimated getting 266,000 visitors a month, so it's a pretty big site. And obviously the bigger the site, the bigger the sample is going to be, and the more accurate the data. So what does this tell us? Well, it tells us that almost 70% of the visitors are female to a weight loss site. So we know we're mainly going to be targeting a female audience, so we want to definitely bear that in mind. The next thing it tells us is that the women are mainly middle-aged. Okay, if we look at the ages here, they're certainly not children, so we're definitely not targeting children. Only 7% of people are going to be younger than 17. The vast majority are going to be middle-aged to older women, and some in the 18 to 34 range. Okay, so that is some stuff that you really want to bear in mind, obviously. So when you're talking about your problems, which we're going to talk about in a second, it will allow you to go a lot deeper into the problems that that person might be facing at that time in their life. So a midlife crisis, that kind of stuff. This is all stuff that you can actually tap into in your copy. And then there's a whole load of other information here that's not in the screenshot, like income levels, if they're college educated, all stuff like that. So definitely check out Quantcast.com. It's a really cool tool. Okay, so moving on to the why. Why are they searching for that keyword? What problem are they looking to actually solve? Are they looking to solve their weight loss problem? Are they looking to get a six-pack fast? Are they looking to make more money? Are they looking to meet more women? As a woman looking to meet more men? Okay, you really need to think about that, but you need to think about it more than just on the base level. Okay, you need to identify all the negatives surrounding that problem. Okay, so even the ones that might not be completely apparent at first, and the deeper the better. Okay, powerful writing, powerful in-depth writing will get you powerful results. People often ask me how I get these conversion rates. Well, the truth is that I spend a good deal of time on it. It's really important. So using an example, let's take the weight loss one again, which I'm really beating to death here, but anyway. So taking the weight loss example, on the surface the appearance might be, I mean the problem might be, the reason they're searching for it to lose weight might be, oh, I don't know, I just want to feel more attractive, I want to be able to fit into my jeans or something like that. But then on a deeper level it might be something like, you know, my husband isn't attracted to me anymore, I'm wondering if he's looking at other women, stuff like that. So really think about the deepness of the problem, the deep issues that they're not even prepared to talk about themselves. Okay, this is really important and will give you a huge conversion rate boost. Okay, so the next thing is what are they actually looking for? Really, this is the most important one of all. Ignore this and you're screwed. Okay, so what are they looking for? Are they looking for a review? Are they looking for a how-to? Are they looking for the answer to a question? Are they looking for a story? Are they looking for some social proof of what others have experienced? They're not looking for, you know, a doctor's opinion. They're just looking for an average guy, what he thought about it. What are they looking for? Ignore this, by the way, and that will basically mean that your bounce rate is sky high. A bounce rate means the people that leave your site, that exit your site without interacting with it at all. Get this right and you might have a 50% bounce rate, which is pretty good, and get it wrong and you might have a 90% bounce rate, and you might have 90% of your visitors leave in about 10 seconds. Okay, you do not want that. You want people to arrive at your site and immediately think, yes, this is exactly what I'm looking for. I've typed in my keyword and this website has the answer. Okay, so we want to provide value first, like I mentioned originally, and then kind of sell them later. So actually going back to that selling thing for a second before I move on, you don't want to sell too much, by the way, either. That's another big secret. It's very soft selling. So you hear about this more in the manual, obviously, and when you go through in the actual other videos as well, where you've already seen them. But you know, you don't want to be hard selling them. You don't want to say, this is a solution to all your problems, click here now, click here, and click here now. You kind of just want to share your results very casually. Hopefully you will have delivered value so they'll already trust you, and you just kind of want to say, you know, look, if you want to check out the guide that helped me, here's a link. It's pretty cool, I think you might enjoy it. Okay, so you definitely want to soft sell. That's a big secret right there. But now, the most important thing of all is to create trust. Okay, so if we think about the number one reason, and really think about this, the number one reason that someone doesn't buy an information clickbank product is because they don't believe it's going to work. That is pretty much the only reason. If someone's looking to lose, well, let's take another example. If someone's looking to make money online and the product promises to make them $100,000 tomorrow, okay, the only reason that they're not going to buy that is because they don't believe it's going to work. I mean, why else wouldn't they? Everyone would buy it if it worked, if it was definitely going to work. It's just the trust factor. So that is the one thing that you need to kind of help with as an affiliate. Your job is to basically serve as an extra huge bit of proof and just back up the sales page, so they almost don't even need to see the sales page. They already believe it's going to work just from your recommendation. You know, let's say a friend recommended a product to you and you'd actually seen the results for yourself, you'd seen it work for him. You wouldn't even need to see the sales page. He could just give you an order button and you'd order it. Okay, you want to try and be that persuasive. You want to give that high of a recommendation. Okay, so you're really creating trust in the actual product you're promoting. And we do that by actually injecting personality. So you remember the who part. Well, this is stuff you really need to bear in mind here. You want to build your website for that person. Okay, so use real pictures of yourself and theme your site accordingly. Okay, so put pictures everywhere you can, and actually make the look and feel of your site. Google Sniper sites are obviously WordPress sites, and so in the manual, refer to that, and there's all pictures of all this stuff and actual themes that I recommend for specific niches. Okay, so to give you the one example, the default WordPress theme works incredibly well. It works incredibly well, and it's probably the theme that I use most often, and the reason why is because it doesn't look like you're trying to sell anything. The default blue boring WordPress theme works great because it just looks like an average person's blog. Okay, it looks like you're just telling your story and that it's all very genuine. Okay, and definitely include the pictures as well. So finally, just before we finish up this video, because it's getting a bit long now, I want you to remember how important this is. Really don't get lazy with this. Think about how much money you're actually going to lose if you don't get this right, if you don't get your conversions right. Okay, so like I said at the beginning, your site could be making 20 times more money than it is right now, and that's not even an extreme example, because I've seen sites with a conversion rate that are a lot worse than 1%. Okay, so you could increase your site's revenue by 100 times. You just need to bear all this stuff in mind and really do it correctly, and there's obviously more tangible examples in the manual. Remember to go back through chapter 3, where there is of course actual reviews that I've written, a little sample of one, and explaining word for word why I've said what I've said, going through the how-to approach, the story approach, and going through the 3 W's again. So make sure to refer to that whenever you're building a new site. And the last thing that I want to say is you want to spend some time re-evaluating sites that are getting a lot of traffic, because it's really worth testing. Okay, this is something that you may need to test, and testing is certainly worth it. It's something that I always do for my high traffic sites. I might not bother with some of the sites that aren't making me that much money, but let's say a site's making me $1,000 a month. It's well worth spending a couple of hours on it, trying to figure out how I can improve the conversion rate even more. Okay, so sites that are getting a load of traffic, and particularly a site if it's getting a load of traffic and not a lot of sales, I would definitely spend a lot of time on it, because this would be the only part that you're missing. Okay, so I want to thank you for watching this video. If you've got any questions, remember there's the monthly Q&A webinars where you can ask me anything you want, and I'll see you in that. So thanks a lot for watching, and I'll speak to you soon.